Hello viewers, here's another throwback to the 2000s. This is an IKEA product. It's a set of 3 lights. A very odd form factor. I vividly remember getting these from IKEA back in the 2000s, probably 07, 08, somewhere in there. And this probably had a Swedish name to the product, though I have absolutely no recollection of what it was. I wouldn't be surprised if I have the original package for these kicking around somewhere. I haven't seen it in many years. If it's still around, I don't know where it is. The only information I have on this is what's on the information tag. The GB, which is probably not Gardner Bender. And it says it's a seasonal product. Well, I have no idea what season this would be celebrating. And there's the IKEA branding. Here's the power supply. It is a 4.5 volts DC, 200 milliamps, class 2 power supply. There's very little spacing between each light, maybe 2 inches at most. But there's a pretty good length of lead until the power supply. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these in now. If I recall correctly, they're kind of like a cool white type color. I believe they're DEL. Yeah, they still work. That's similar to what I recall them being. At 117.3 the volts, these are only taking 0.02 the amps and 1.3 the watts, and has a lousy power factor of 0.46. I don't know if these have gotten scratched up over the years or they're just dirty or what, but I don't recall them being so dodgy looking like that. I thought I remembered them being more of like a solid color. And now that I have these on and we're looking at it in more detail, I do kind of remember that one of them was a slightly different color temperature than the others. And that is the case here with these. This one is more of like a greenish tint to it than the other two. Let's turn off the lights here. Yeah, they put out a little bit of light, not too much. I have absolutely no idea what the intended use case was for this product. The way I had used it back in the late 2000s, this was in my bedroom at the computer. I had a iMac at the time and had the white and silver keyboard, and I would put these in front of, or I guess in back of the keyboard. I don't know why, I never really remember using the computer in the dark, but that's where these were. They were right behind my keyboard. And I suppose if I was using the computer in the dark, this would shine enough light on the keyboard to be able to type in the dark if you don't know how to touch type. Which I actually did at the time. I learned typing in middle school. Actually, it probably was around the time I was learning typing. I probably did some typing practice on that very computer. But these looked pretty good on that desk because it was it was kind of like a white and silver color scheme. This was before it got, white and silver became super ugly, and these just fit right in on that table. That table, I actually still have that desk. It was also a desk from the IKEA, and it was a white desk, and it's the same desk that's currently in the media room, and ironically it has an iMac on it to this day. That was the same desk it was. And I remember along with that desk was also a chair from the IKEA. It was like a computer style chair, and the chair was awful. It was all plastic, and whatever the material that it was made of, the type of plastic, was extremely generative of static electricity. And so almost every time you would sit in this chair and then proceed to touch the computer keyboard, which was metal and grounded, you would get a serious static electricity shock. And the same thing if you were to move or stand up from the chair, you could just feel the ridiculous amounts of static electricity. And this was very annoying to me because I knew that the static electricity could damage the computer, and who the heck wants to keep getting shocked all the time anyways? And so I remember telling my mother that this, like, the chair is a piece of junk and we need to get a different chair. And I don't know if she just thought I was being dramatic about it or didn't think it was a problem, whatever, but she didn't replace the chair right away. And so this problem with the static electricity kept going on. And I remember it actually did break equipment at some point. I had a, thinking back on it now, it was actually a really ugly telephone. It was I think it was a Crosley product, and it was one of those fake rotary phones where it has like the circular dial buttons, to look like a rotary, but they're all buttons that you push. And the static electricity shocked the phone one day, and it burnt out the microphone. And that was a shame because as ugly as the phone was, it was kind of neat because it didn't have a coil cord. It had just a singular straight cloth cord, which is kind of unique. And we did later on get a new handset for that phone, but it didn't have the cloth cord. And I don't think I've seen another one with the cloth cord ever since. I still have that phone somewhere, but the novelty of it's kind of gone because it doesn't have the cloth cord anymore. So that was that. Trying to think of what else. And the chair finally got replaced after that happened. But that's pretty much it. Trying to think of where else. I also had these lights at the old location in the studio. I don't really recall ever using them, but they were set up in the studio where I had the computer, kind of off to the side under where the ducts were and the furnace was. I had them on like a shelf on the wall, and they were there up until right before I moved out. They were there the entire time. I don't remember using them. It's just one of those things that I had, an artifact I had from the 2000s, and I wanted it set up somewhere, so I put it there, and there it was. And now it's here. Probably almost 20 years later, these things are still going. So I have to think about where to set these up over here. Maybe I'll put them upstairs back by the video editing computer.